look at that monitor. I don't know what's wrong with the monitor, but I hope that's not what our viewers are seeing. If it is, we're in a deep pile of crud. Isn't that crazy? Who are you?
Sometimes I wonder. I ask myself that a lot.
I know. You know what? You've put me under the most pressure today I believe I've ever been under. Because you said...
Well, it ain't like you don't do me that way.
I know it. I had to get
Pretty
you back.
often.
I had to get you back. Today, Mr. Ellijay showed up with my Christmas present, and I'm so excited because it's so much better than the nothing you got me last year.
Yeah.
This year, you brought me mastered, amazing songs that
They're done.
I demanded
well,
that he do them. I'm so excited.
I even I gave it a check mark. It's approved. It's done. It's over.
It is. And y'all are going to
get... Not last week, but this week.
Yes, yes. Our viewers are going to get to hear this. And if you viewers are smart and you have ETC services that have DVR, digital video recording, do you know what that means? They get to hear these songs over
playback.
And over. Yes, it
That's
does.
what'll get you in trouble every time.
I'm
it's
so
that
excited.
playback.
So when people say, "Did you really say that?" and we say, "No," then they play it back and say, "Oh, yes, you did. Yes,
we
you
have
did."
here, Mr. Sanford. Yeah.
A little evidence. I'm so excited. When you called last night and you said, "It's done. It's approved. It's all there."
I get that late, see, because California's 3 hours behind us.
They are indeed.
So I'm thinking it's time to go to bed, and about that time the songs come in.
Right, right. Well, this morning, speaking of pressure, I put just a tiny bit of pressure on him. And I said, "Sit down over there in the fireplace." And he said, "Can I sit in the rocking chair?" And I said, "Who do you think you are, Cherie Martin?" And you said...
Got thrown out of the rocking chair.
Yeah. But you sat down and you're doing something that you're going to share on Thursday with our viewers. Can we talk a little bit about this song?
Yes.
Tell me what it means to you, because I know what it means to me.
Merry Christmas, Ellijay. It's one of my favorite.
It was mine till I was in there and my makeup started coming down my cheeks, and I'm like, I'm going to choke this man.
Yeah, I get that a lot.
Yeah.
But it's a good tune. It's not a tune. It's a...
Yeah. You can't dance to it.
Yeah,
no.
I know.
No.
But it tells a great story, and I love it. I love it. It's one of my favoritist ones.
Okay, first line is, "It was Christmas time in my hometown in 1989. Is that pretty much a time frame?
That's exactly right.
That's exactly right.
Yes.
Okay. And in 1989, you were a young policeman in Gilmer County, Georgia.
Yep. A policeman in Georgia. A young one.
That's right.
By the way, or what?
With hair.
Yeah. And all that about the four-door
He's gonna
Chevrolet.
kill me.
I don't know.
I really, honestly, we've talked about this song before. The first time I heard it was July. You don't play a Christmas song in July to a whining woman who has had every kind of tragedy and trauma go on in her life, and you did that
At Christmas, am I right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and you did it in 57 Heaven.
Yeah.
And I stood there and bawled like a baby. Well, today I'm in there writing these words down because I really, when I read this,
More
it
bawling?
truly is, yeah. And I said I'm going to kill him because I'm sitting in here 2 minutes before we go live and my eye makeup's running
Well,
down
you know
my
what they
face.
say in the industry.
What?
If it makes you cry, somebody did a good job.
That's right. Well, somebody did a really good job with Merry Christmas, Ellijay. And we have to say good morning to the residents at Grandview Nursing Home, where you will be there visiting with them for a Christmas party.
I plan to go there.
On
Gonna
December
sing
21st.
some songs.
Yeah, so Mr. Ellijay is going to come and be with y'all, and we're excited about that. My grandmother spent her final days at Grandview Nursing Home. And to all the nursing home staff at every single nursing home, any tiny thing you can do to make the holidays very special to your residents, we know that y'all go above and beyond, and that's what it's about, because many of these residents, Dwight, we don't even think about this, have outlived their children.
I know.
Have outlived their children.
I'm gonna play at the Parkside Nursing Home too. I'll be
Right.
there, folks.
That's
If
right.
you're watching now, get ready.
That's right.
December 19th, I'm
That's right.
coming down.
That's
Gonna
right.
play you some Christmas songs.
We can't get him to dress as Santa, but we can get him to sing songs to you and to give you a little encouragement and to share a little bit about that music that often brings you back to these mountains. Now, today we get to share some of your original stuff, some of your John Denver, some of your different folks. You chose music based on the demand of me. Is that pretty much
Yeah,
what
pretty
happened?
much, yeah.
And you went,
I'll tell you though, truthfully, I've always loved John
I'm
Denver.
so glad. I'm so glad.
We go so far back.
You and Earl Thomas Conley hadn't made a trip together, though, had you?
No, I think y'all did, right? Yeah.
Love that man.
Yeah.
Love that man.
I saw him live a time or three.
He was so amazing and lost a battle with Alzheimer's. When you think about how many musicians who touched our lives forever, and then something happens and they don't even remember the songs that they did.
I know.
Now, you sat down here a few minutes ago and we were kind of doing a tease because I recorded a little bit of him doing Welcome or Merry Christmas, Ellijay. And when he did, he said, I can't remember all those words. And I said, yeah, you can. And he sat down and you remembered them, didn't you?
Just a few.
Yeah, just a few.
I get them all scrambled.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we're going to scramble them for you. And on Thursday, you're going to get to hear him.
It's going to be
sitting-
like story time.
Yep, sitting fireside.
Yeah.
And he's going to do it.
Yep.
Yeah, and I think that's so cool. Now, the song has touched a lot of lives, a lot of hearts. A lot of families will be facing the holidays alone, and this song kind of will touch you. And so I'm warning y'all, if you don't have a way to record Thursday's program, you better find a way. You better
Get
find a
out
way
your
because you're going to get
tissue.
it. Yeah. Now, last night when you called and said, mastering's ready, we're ready to use it live, we walk in today, we give it to Tim, and Tim gets this huge smile on his face.
Yeah.
Because it's pretty cool music. We've waited a long time. You had to wait for certain people to come and do their parts.
Still waiting on one or two, but it's
It's getting there.
as soon as they come. Well, I mean, there's ton loads of songs right now that's done ready. I'm just holding out, you know.
Yeah.
She said in about this
Yeah.
country roads thing. And
Yeah.
we went ahead and spit it out, but yeah.
Yes, we did. Yes,
It's
we
about
did.
to happen, folks. It's real close. We're going to have
It's
brand new
getting there.
music.
Well, today we have something honoring somebody we love. Paul Kiker has been part of my program for over 17 years. When I look back, Paul was just a kid starting out in business. Paul Kiker started as a great athlete here in Gilmer County. And we're going to share a little bit of a tribute to Paul Kiker. He is one of the many who was inducted into the Hall of Fame, the Sports Hall of Fame here in Gilmer County. So here we go.
I like Paul Kiker.
Uh-oh, that's not exactly what we were going to. I don't know what happened. What happened? There you go.
We're back on now.
Okay, now that was Paul Kiker as he was inducted into the Gilmer County Sports Hall of Fame. And this is at our office where you could come by, and if I'm there, there will be fresh hot cocoa. And if I'm not there, you can just stop in again because sometimes I'm doing something else. And that says Merry Christmas to Ball Ground. So Merry Christmas, Ball Ground. And you might see a memory tree there that has a lot of the memories of my life on it. That's my bestie. Everybody needs a bestie. And everybody needs a bestie who will sign your bond, loan you money, and help you clean up the messes that you often make. Is that not true?
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
handy.
They're handy. They're handy. They're handy. You know, you've done everything except be a bondsman. I don't know why you didn't do that. You should have thought of that. Okay, you've done everything else. And Merry Christmas to everybody out there from Santa and Mrs. Claus. They aren't able to be with us again this year, but we are so thankful for all the years that they were here with us at ETC. I talked to Mrs. Claus this morning, and she said, deliver Christmas wishes to each and every person out there in ETC land from Ball Ground to Turtletown. Santa and Mrs. Claus have brought a lot of cheer to a lot of people. Now this, tomorrow or Thursday, I'm going to bring you the picture of what this house looked like in 1954 when we lived there. This is 2632 Memorial Drive, Atlanta, which is hysterical to me because my twin brothers would look at that and say, that's not where we lived. Well, it certainly doesn't look like where we lived. But I do have a picture of all of us kids sitting on the porch at Christmas. And the newspaper in Atlanta actually came out there. Mama had a huge Santa Claus coming out of the chimney. And Mama being Mama, she didn't take it down Christmas, and it came February, and this big snow came to Atlanta. And Mama looked at Daddy and said, John, turn the Christmas lights back on. And he said, no, it's not Christmas. Well, Mama went and flipped the switch, and so the next thing we know, the newspaper was out there, and they said, isn't it wonderful that you still have your Christmas lights up and you can celebrate the white Christmas in February? And Mama said, of course it is. So don't take your lights down too early. It might snow after Christmas, so there you go. All right, I love this.
Not July.
Not July.
No.
Dance like Frosty, shine like Rudolph, give like Santa, and love like Jesus. So there you go. And everybody loves them red pickup trucks. So I know somebody who got a red pickup truck for his 80th birthday, and he is so excited. You know him, Glenn Dinsmore down in Ball Ground.
Yes,
he got himself the prettiest red Chevrolet pickup truck. So if you're in the market for a red Chevrolet, now's the time to get you one.
Borrow it sometime.
It's so cool. It's so cool. He's so excited, and I got tickled because it belonged to an old man. Well, the man was the same age Glenn is. So he said, yeah, I got it from an old dude.
Yeah, maybe we should just not touch on old.
Yeah. And there's our dear, dear Santa and Mrs. Claus last year as the year they got to do the sled. This year they didn't get to do that, but again, they say Merry, Merry Christmas to each and every one of you out there. There's so many folks who've been with them with their children for the many, many years that they have participated in the parade. And this year Santa's just a little bit under the weather, and we're hoping that they'll both get to feeling really, really well in the new year. So let's say happy 2024 to Santa and Mrs. Claus, as 2024 will be approaching very soon. And there again is our friend Paul Kiker, as he was inducted into the Gilmer County Hall of Fame for sports. Did you ever do anything sporting besides pick a guitar?
No.
You can run up and down a guitar neck just like anybody else can run on a track team.
Yeah,
so see?
that's about as close as it gets.
That's about as close as it gets.
Yeah.
Can we say something about your sweet Margie? Because this precious lady, she loves me, and she worries about me. And I just wanted to tell her, thank you, Margie, for loving me, and thank you for understanding. Right now, I'm covering something up with a lot of makeup that's looking really bad because we're treating it with chemo cream, and nobody's even noticed, and I'm so happy. Now, when I wash off all the coats of makeup at night, you can see it. So, but we hope by the first of the year I get some good news. We're basically trying to kill a few more cancer cells, and that's what we're after. So, to everybody who's asking, things are going good. Things are going good. It's going to be a good 2024. Agreed?
She may be Margie to you.
She's auntie to you.
But to me, she'll always be Boo-Boo.
Sweet boo-boo.
Auntie Boo-Boo.
Auntie Boo-Boo. Now, we've got some good news about some folks that have been sick. And that's so important because so many people have faced, I think from October to November, everybody we knew was getting sick, having accidents, having strokes, different things happening, but good news is being delivered. And you got a praise from somebody who said prayers were answered. Is that right? With the McClure family?
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't really know. I think it's good news. They're doing further testing or something. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it seems like Are we just getting old, or is it the most things always happening anymore?
I don't know, but it's crazy how things are happening.
Has it always been like this, and I'm just now starting to notice?
Well,
Or what is it?
I think it's
Seems
because
like there's lots of bad news.
bad
everywhere.
news. When we read the obituaries, they're usually younger than us, so that's good news because we're
I
still
know.
here. But it is crazy. And this morning, I've really thought a lot about a young woman who sadly lost her life on her way to work a few weeks ago. And I have turned at that intersection a million times. We lived right at that intersection. Every day I go through there and I think about and I pray for her family because she was 34 years old and she lost her life the holiday week. And it's so sad. We don't know what tomorrow's going to bring. We really don't. So let's live today and enjoy every
Yes,
moment.
Yes.
Now, laughter is one of the things that you bring on the scene. And one of these days, we can't
Well, I
do...
may be funny, but looks ain't everything.
Sometimes he says stuff
didn't
that
get
we
it.
couldn't put on the air. I heard you. I heard you. Sometimes he comes across with some really cool stuff. Now, if we could gather you and Ronnie Cantrell and Jackie Dunn, and who else would be in a group that would be really reminiscing about the
I
past?
saw Ronnie Cantrell's kid at a function the other night,
And you said,
And
get
I
your
was
daddy.
trying to get her to round him up. We're still working. We're not giving up easy.
No.
I'd like Ronnie Cantrell on the show.
Yeah.
He has a story to tell.
Yes. I'd love for him to clear the streets of LIJ. You couldn't do it in today's world because it's too
know,
crowded.
yeah.
But if you could clear the streets and pile all of y'all over at the Red Dot, would that not be the coolest thing?
Boy,
Would that not be cool?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ronnie didn't hang around the Red Dot very much, but when he came through the Red Dot,
Everybody knew
everybody
it.
stood and saluted. He
I
was
love
the
it.
man if there ever was one.
That is so cool. That is so cool. And what kind of car did he drive?
It was a black 57 Ford Club sedan,
So
Fairlane.
So you have a black 57 Ford in
Club
the works.
sedan,
Yes.
Fairlane.
Yes. Are you ever going to drive it like Ronnie Campbell
Oh
did?
gosh, I couldn't start to.
No.
I couldn't start.
Do you think he would like to drive your car every once in a
Well,
while?
he might. We'll sure let him if he wants to.
Wouldn't that be so
Yeah.
cool? Would
It's
that
got a
not be cool?
390 in it, Ronnie.
Yeah.
390, high performance.
That would be the coolest thing ever, just to get a video of him. Do you think the LIJ police would let us get by with that? Maybe just letting him do a few donuts in a, I don't know.
doubt
That'd
it.
be some footage that we'd love to have, though, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
If you've got a
He
big
didn't do
parking lot.
donuts either, okay?
He
Let's
did
make sure we
what?
get this straight. He ran 145 mile an hour
Okay, never mind.
up Carter
I don't think this will work. I don't know if they'll let us shut down Carter.
No, we shouldn't try that, I guess. It's
Probably
just not
not.
the time
Probably
for
not.
it. But boy, it's fun to talk about it. Come on the show, Ronnie.
Lord have mercy. Now, you went to an event at a car club the other night,
Yeah.
and how many members in that club?
Lord, there's a whole lot of them.
Is there some special car that everybody recognizes? Who's everybody's favorite car?
Who knows? You'll get
Everybody's
different
got
opinions.
particulars, yeah.
They gave me this plaque thing with, it's got a 57 Ford and a 67 Chevelle on it.
Yeah.
So I'm proud of that.
67 Chevelle?
Yeah.
Why
I
60?
know.
Why 67?
I don't know. Somebody bumped their head. I don't know.
Somebody really bumped their head. He's a 66 man. Let me tell you, I have
Yeah.
heard him. I know. It's 6'6".
Yeah.
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 Well, that's cool that you got an award for being the person who.
I helped a little with something, they said.
Yes, you helped.
I was
a
trying
lot
to
with
help.
something.
Hopefully I did.
Yeah, you helped. Okay, I'm looking at the words to this song, and I'm going to throw something at you. Kinfolk would be coming down, but none of whom were mine.
Yeah.
That pretty true?
That's absolutely true.
And so you offered to work a double shift that day.
Yeah, so the ones that have their families can be home on Christmas Eve. That's true.
That's true. That's
Yeah.
true. And how many police officers this holiday season will be working on Christmas Eve, on Christmas
Yeah,
Day?
now there's the point. This all is dedicated to you folks.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it.
I know somebody has to work. Back in '87, it was me, and it's going to be you. It could be you today. And
Right.
It's hats off to you. You folks that work and make it happen.
Right, the EMTs,
Yeah.
the firefighters. When we think about the holidays approaching, it's going to be sad for somebody because some police officer in the line of duty could be killed, and
I know.
we know that happens
And
in
people
America.
are, you know, things are crazy around
Things
Christmas.
are crazy.
I
Yeah,
know.
things are crazy, and we don't like that because then it's forever in somebody's mind.
When you're working on Christmas, you just feel kind of sad about that in one way.
Mm-hmm.
But if you can think how, you know, you're helping people, maybe it'll make it feel better for you. And if you can meet an old guy under the bridge like I did, then it's all worthwhile.
Let me tell you about the little old man under the bridge. I love this. This is, he said, it sounded fine. He said, it's all that's left of what I call mine.
Yep.
It's been with me since 1954. I had a loving family, but the Lord, he needed them more than me.
Yep.
That
I know.
that is going to be the line that's everybody who's watching us today has lost somebody, loved somebody, missing somebody. So
They got
this
killed
song,
in a wreck, a car wreck, and he survived it, and he's still here, sleeping under bridges. It's a sad song, is it not sad?
it is a sad song. It is. You've ruined my eye makeup. I'm glad I didn't put on double mascara today. So yeah.
I'm not wearing any either.
He never comes in early for makeup. I don't know why. You know, I can make him up. We could dye your hair black.
Couldn't make this up. You'd have to redo it.
That'd be so funny. Somebody asked me, they said, can you get us a Santa? And I looked at you and I said, no.
Nah.
He don't have a beard. He don't have a bunch of hair. No, I can't do it.
Yeah.
I can get him to be there for you, but I can't get him to be Santa. So it'll be
I'll
fun.
sing a song for you. How's that?
That's right. That's right. Well, we're going to go to some music now, and I hope.
Who's the artist here?
I think it's you.
Oh, it's me.
I think it's you. I think there's something that we
Thank
want
you
to
for playing
share.
my songs.
Yeah, I think there's something of Dwight Sanford's Mr. Ellijay that we want to share with you because his music often lifts your spirits. It often makes you think. I'm kind of hung up on mountain life. I was hung up on Southern City Lights for so long, I just wore it down to nothing. And
Does this shirt make me look fat?
it ought to be making a bone look fat. Yeah, okay, Boney Maroney. Makes you look fat, yeah. That's the shirt you wore the day of the parade.
Yeah.
And y'all, if we could recapture that day. So you've heard my song? I said, no. He said, so you've heard my song? I said, no. He said, how long you worked in LIJ? 17 years. And you've never heard my song? And I said, no.
Well, a lot of folks have.
A lot of folks have. But I
Yeah.
hadn't. But I have now. I have now.
I
And-
like that song. People are saying, I'm hearing all the time, people around me
Yes.
are saying they like the mountain life better than they like Welcome to LIJ.
I agree.
Well, I disagree.
I agree. No, I love it. I love that cool, calm, sitting.
You're just
sitting
used to
there.
Welcome to LIJ. You've heard it
Yeah,
all so many times.
I've wore it
That's
down.
what it is, yeah.
I wore it down.
You
I
got
wore
to
it
think
down.
that's a good song.
It is a good song.
Yeah.
It is a good song. Well, and my big thing, and I've always said this, in Ball Ground, we have this piped-in music in downtown Ball Ground, which is nothing to do with Ball Ground. It's nothing to do with country living. It's music piped in from somewhere, but it gives you little personal messages from the mayor of Ball Ground and the city council of Ball Ground. It's pretty cool. But I would love to hear that piped-in local music here in LIJ. So I don't know why we can't do it. If we can do it in Ball Ground, y'all could surely do it in LIJ. But it would be fun to hear this local music. So right now, you're going to get to hear something from Mr. Ellijay.
What's playing? What's playing? What is
I
it?
don't know. It's going to be a
okay.
surprise. Here we go.
It's a prize.
There's a storm across the valley, clouds are rolling in. The afternoon lies heavy on my shoulder. What's the latest thing the neighbors say? Your mommy called last Friday. Sunshine makes her cry. You felt the baby move just yesterday. And hey, it's good to be back home again. Sometimes this old farm feels like a long lost friend. Yes, and hey, it's good to be back home again. And all the time that I can lay this tired old body down and feel your fingers feather soft upon me. The kisses that I live for, the love that lights my way, and the happiness that living with you brings me. It's the sweetest thing I know of, just spending time with you. It's the little things that make a house a home. Like a fire softly burning, supper on the stove, and the light in your eye keeps me warm. And hey, it's good to be back home again. Sometimes this old farm feels like a long lost friend. Yes, and hey, it's good to be back home again. Hey, it's good to be back home again. Sometimes this old farm feels like a long lost friend. Yes, and hey, it's good to be back home again. I say, hey, it's good to be back home again.
Whether you're in the mood for chicken strips, a delicious burger, our classic banana split, or an upside-down thick blizzard treat, we've got you covered. Hot and fresh food every day, every time, and delicious DQ soft serve make the perfect pair at your favorite place. Not fast food, fan food fast. Your Blue Ridge, Ellijay, and Jasper Dairy Queens are your meet, eat, and treat headquarters.
Thank you for choosing DQ. How may I serve you?
The mountains are calling, and they're closer than you think. Farmers Crossing in Ball Ground offers creekside lots with homes beginning in the 400s. Walking distance to downtown shopping, dining, tennis courts, Calvin Farmer Park, and local events. It also includes a beautiful hike to Long Swamp Creek. Leave the car and the worries behind. Move in by fall 2023. Call Cherie Martin at 404-375-0590 or Evelyn Calhoun at 770-733-0779.
Georgia Medical Treatment Center now has 2 locations to bring you the high-quality holistic care you've come to know and expect. We treat neck, back, and joint pain with chiropractic care and injection-based treatment without the need for surgery or prescription painkillers. Our medical weight loss program can also provide relief while ridding your body of toxins, pounds, and inches while improving your overall health. Call today for a free consultation, 770-345-2000, or go online to georgiamtc.com.
You know, how you feel on the inside is just as important to me as how you feel on the outside.
Oh, Daddy. I'm grown up in every way, care and take care of you. You're my grown up and I know you're there. You're grown up and you know I care. 'Cause it's you and me and me and you. So when you are okay or not okay, I'll take care of you.
Misty mountain, rainbow sky, a faraway look in your eye. Tell me, have you had enough? Traffic jams and city stuff. Don't you think it's time to go where black bears climb and waters flow? Hummingbirds out on the deck, propped up and what the heck?
Whether you're swimming in the sea or splashing in the pool, making a masterpiece, or just making memories, writing a great American novel, or writing your term paper that's due tomorrow. Whatever you do in life, Farmers is here to protect it. For all your insurance needs, call Donald Curtis in Blue Ridge.
Lord have mercy. He tells me something, and then he says, don't tell it. I'd love to tell y'all, but I can't. He'd smack me.
Yeah, don't tell them other boys.
No, let me tell you what you're going to get to hear next. You're going to get to hear Take Me Home Country Roads. As a kid in a 66 silver Chevelle, I used to come up Old 5, and I would put in the cassette. Remember cassettes? Do you remember cassettes?
I sure do.
Yeah,
I
cassettes and 8-tracks.
Cassettes.
Yeah, 8 tracks, and I would come up Old 5.
4:30 and a shifting gears.
That's it, and love that ride. And here in Take Me Home Country Roads today, we're honoring John Denver and the music of John Denver because you chose to do 2 John Denver songs. Ain't It Good to Be Back Home?
Or somebody chose.
And Take Me Home Country Roads. I chose.
Yeah.
I chose, so y'all can thank me.
I love those songs anyway, though.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to do Back Home Again because it's just...
It's a great song.
It's one of those songs where you think, I wish I'd have wrote that.
Yeah, don't you, though?
I know.
Don't you, though? Well, we're going to go now to Take Me Home Country Roads. As you are facing the holidays, many of you will be going home. You'll be going to that home place. And I sent out a challenge to everybody last night. If you know a granny, an aunt, a cousin, somebody who is an amazing cook, and you have not documented her recipes, I challenge you over the holidays, spend some time with that loved one. Document her recipes, write a little story about it, and begin a family cookbook of recipes and memories. My sister made me this before she passed away, and it's my favorite gift ever. And so we're going to take you home
Let
now
us
to
pay
Country
close
Roads.
attention here, too, to the harmony. We did some fancy harmony on this Country Roads. There's some switching around of things going on in there. See if you can spot that. Let me know what you think about it.
And who did that?
Astrid Hayes.
And who did that?
Yeah.
Yeah. And did you do a little backup harmony too?
I did.
Yes.
But she's the one that always arranges everything and gets it so pretty.
Yep. So sit back and pretend.
Come to a section and you go, it'd be nice if we did this here instead of what we've been doing.
And
But
you
yeah,
said, okay.
she understands all of that stuff.
So sit back, hit your DVR, and here you go. Take me home, country roads.
Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River. Life is old there, older than the trees, younger than the mountains, flowing like a breeze. Country roads, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country roads, all my memories gather round her. Miner's lady, stranger to blue water, dark and dusty, painted on the sky, misty taste of moonshine, teardrop in my eye. Country roads, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country roads, I hear her voice in the morning hour. She calls me. The radio reminds me of my home far away. I'm driving down the road, I get a feeling that I should have been home yesterday. Yesterday, country roads, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country roads, country roads, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country roads, take me home. Country roads, take me home. Country roads.
You know, listening to that, I believe I heard about 2 places in that song where it sounded to me like it was on key.
When you think about these country roads, okay, y'all, for everybody who's been calling me saying, when is the CD coming? You just got 2 songs that are going to be on the CD. That's the Christmas
One
gift.
CD, there's several CDs.
That's
actually,
right. But
know.
you just gave them a Christmas gift and you didn't even have to wrap
Merry
it.
Christmas, Ellijay.
That's right. That's right. Merry Christmas, Ellijay.
And McKaysville and all these places.
And Copper Hill and
Copper
Ducktown
Hill,
and Turtletown and
Ducktown.
Ball Ground.
Yes.
And you've written songs about Ellijay, and now you've written songs about the mountains.
Uh-huh.
Can you write a song about Ball Ground?
Well, if I say I can't, then I might could.
That's right, and you
Who
can't.
knows?
That's right, that's right. You know, the music, the holidays, the food, the memories. You've got some memories of your mama and special Christmases where you didn't have much, but you had family and you have love and laughter. That's what Christmas is about. That's what Christmas is about
It
now.
really is, yeah.
One of these days, we're going to have a picture of Mama up here, right?
Supposed to have today, but
He forgot
I had
it.
it laid out and walked out and forgot it. Yeah.
Yeah, there's something about it. Yeah, forgot it. But
Yeah.
you'll be back on Thursday, and then you are going to do something very special for everybody.
Yep.
You're going to share not only the song, but all the song about Merry Christmas, Ellijay.
Yeah. I can't think, all this time I've been sitting here this morning, I can't think of, what do you call that?
Recitation?
Yeah, recitation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, duh.
I'm going the way of Earl Thomas Conley.
Don't say that. Gosh, don't say
Yeah.
that.
Recitation, yeah.
Recitation. And I have to think about John Griggs, a dear, dear friend who, his precious wife Alice, he did recitations for
Like
us
if
here.
you're not singing. Maybe I should do more of
Talking
that.
and not singing. Now he's going to cut himself down. You're going to cut yourself down. Well, we are. It's going to be a gift from Dwight because he came up with this idea and he said, what do you think? I said, I think it would be wonderful. I think it would be a wonderful keepsake, number one, because we know that ETC today is showing programs that we aired 20 years ago.
Yeah.
And y'all are still loving them, and that's what is so special about ETC. You don't forget your friends, your neighbors, the musicians who were here, sitting right here, and now they've gone on to be with glory. And
Right.
one day, you might not be here, and we would love to
No,
have
ain't no
those
mice.
memories. Yeah, for sure, we're leaving here.
Yeah, one day I won't be here.
But it's so cool to be able to document this stuff and to say, hey, in 2023, Paul Kiker was inducted into the Gilmer Hall of Fame Athletics.
Yeah.
That's so cool. It's so cool for
And
us
his
to be able to
children and
document
his
it.
grandchildren can watch it.
That's it. That's it. And that is what's so cool about local us. It's just local from Ball Ground to Turtletown.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when's the last time you went to Turtletown?
Actually, just a few days ago.
Because you
Did
bought
not
something
know
off
that?
Marketplace.
I bought something on Marketplace. Nicest folks up there.
Yeah, yeah.
I forgot the guy's name, and I wouldn't call it if I could think of it. But I just thought of it. I won't call his name.
Yeah.
But I bought an item from him, and he was so nice. We had the best talk. I told him about when I used to play there.
Yeah, yeah.
I saw a few times when I was playing there when some people wasn't very nice.
There might have been a little fighting, feud,
Holy
cussing
mackerel.
going on.
Yeah.
Oh, now there was a place up in Ducktown you used to play too, wasn't there?
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. That was pretty rough.
Yeah, it wasn't pretty rough.
It was rough.
Yeah, rough as a cob. Out in Turtletown is where I was playing. It was on Highway 68. It was called the 68 Club. I don't know if y'all remember that or not. And I got so confused when I was there the other day.
Yeah.
I couldn't think which way I had gone.
Wow.
I don't know if I went the opposite way from where the club was, but I never could see where it was. But I don't know. But anyway, I played there.
About how many years ago was that?
It was 1982, 83, 81, right in
Yeah,
there. About the same time. I'd bounced from there to the Rebel Inn and all around.
Mhm. So you were in your late 20s?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
middle 20, yeah.
Yeah, and you can't remember what you had for lunch yesterday, but you can remember what
Yeah.
you did in 1982. Yeah, that's the way. That's what happens
That
when we get
would
old.
be me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it.
Is it not true with everybody, though? You people watching, are you
Yeah.
not the same way? Don't be so hard on me.
No, I'm the same way. I'm worse.
So,
I'm
I wouldn't
like-
say I'm normal, but we do share that in common,
Yeah.
I think.
I'll see somebody and I know who they are. I can't think of their name. Then I get in my car when I leave them and I go, oh yeah, that was so and so. And I'm like, dang, why can't it come back to you immediately? It's kind of weird, but
My
it's
favorite
awesome.
thing is running into people every now and then that say, I used to come to the skating rink and see you play when I was just this big.
Yeah,
That's
and you're
cool
going,
right there.
yeah,
Yeah, that is
how cool is
cool.
that? How cool is that? That's what the music and that's what the mountains are about. And today, as we end the program later, we're going to be giving you the instrumental version of Mountain Life. And I guarantee you, y'all need to record this because this is just the happiest sound. You can almost hear the creeks flowing. You can almost hear the trees whispering to you.
I have a question for
It's
you.
awesome. What?
I did the song, I sang the song, the Mountain Life and all that, and then you asked for a version. with instrumental, with no vocal. Should
Right.
I take that as a compliment, or
Yes.
or is
Yes.
this complimenting my guitar playing, or
Yes.
is it that you didn't want to hear me sing?
No.
It? Which was it?
Love the words, love the words, love the sitting back and the relaxing and what the heck, love all of that. But that tune just makes you feel good.
I made that up.
And you did, didn't you?
I did.
I don't know how you come up with something that just seems happy. And so I think this time of year, do you think we don't owe it to our viewers to give them something happy?
I think so. It's
think
got
it'd
my
be
grandpa Bill Sanford's cowbell in it. All of my music, if you hear a cowbell, it's my grandpa Sanford's cowbell.
That is too cool.
I know, and it's his real cowbell, William David Bill Sanford. It was the cowbell that I actually remember being on Bessie's neck.
That's crazy.
Bessie wore this cowbell, and the cow, and he had it on lots of cows, but I remember Bessie in particular, and it was a real cowbell. It was his cowbell. It's sentimental to me. I make sure it goes on everything that I can squeeze a cowbell into.
Was that on the property down by the camp?
Not really. Well,
No.
pretty close to the camp, but that road's out now, so it don't seem like it. But it's right down in below Crossroads Church, down at the bottom of the hill where they're building all those houses, and you get on down to the bottom of the hill. That's where Grandma and Grandpa lived.
And that's what we're missing, and we're losing out, those old home places. Those old home places where you used to go on Sunday after church, sit on the porch in those old wood chairs that you rear back in, and your granny'd say, "Quit rearing back, you're gonna break them legs off that chair."
I know.
Yeah.
My grandma was a Vic. She was Linda Vic, married Bill Sanford. And they met, she lived at 382, and Grandpa grew up down there where he lived, right in there around below Crossroads Church. But if you go back through the woods like used to, people did all the time, you know. There was a place called the Pulley Boat. Now, some of you old people that came from out there are going to know what I'm talking about right now. A pulley boat. You go down to the river, and you'd get in that boat, and you'd pull yourself with a rope across the river and get to the other side. Now you're on the 382 side of Coosawattee. And it ain't Coosawatti, folks. It's the Coosawattee.
I love it.
And and that's how he met. He'd go to the pulley boat and go back and forth to see Grandma back in the days.
That is crazy.
I know, Linda Vic, and we called her Lindy. Everybody called her Lindy back then.
And
Dora
what year?
was Dory. Lord, it had to
What
be.
year were they married?
Boy, I don't know. Maybe. Well, he was born in '92, so
1892?
Yeah,
Yep.
up around.
About 1920, somewhere around there?
I suppose so.
17?
No, it was before that, because they had their first child in 1915. So yeah,
Wow.
it's right in there somewhere.
Wow. That is crazy. That is
Yeah.
crazy. And it's like
And
that
I
was
remember all
yesterday.
that. I
Yeah.
remember every one of those birthdays.
Yeah.
His
I can't
name was
remember what was
Grady.
for
He's the
lunch.
first one born, and his birthday is March 15th, 1915. I can remember so much stuff, except for the things I need to remember.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That is crazy. That's what life is about.
And
Life-
Daddy was the third child.
How many of them were there?
14?
14.
Yep. 13 lived.
14.
One
Well, if
died.
your relatives had all lived, we could fill up a concert hall.
It's the truth.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I know.
14 kids?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, they must have had some cold winters, huh?
I bet they did.
Yeah, they did. And they
Yep.
had to have kids to help chop the wood,
Yep.
bale the hay, feed the chickens, feed the cows.
Strip that cane. My grandpa made cane, sorghum syrup.
Reckon what size house, square feet, those 14 kids grew up in?
Wasn't that big.
No, I would think
It wasn't that big.
Yeah, yeah. With no electricity?
Most of the time, yeah.
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 An outhouse?
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh,
Yeah.
uh-huh. And carrying well
Uh-huh.
water to
Now,
the
I
house?
don't remember these times, but I can tell you
Yeah.
it was like
yeah,
that, yeah.
yeah.
I heard Daddy talk about it and everybody.
So can
What
we say
times?
that's growing up hard, but it's growing up good?
Yep.
Yeah.
But I always say this when it comes up. If you didn't wake up to the smell of fresh tenderloin and biscuits and eggs fried in that tenderloin grease and gravy,
Yeah.
you may not be the rich one.
That's the truth. That's the truth. We are so blessed. We are so blessed. I sat yesterday looking over the cookbook that my sister had produced for me, and Grandma used to fry rabbit. Have you ever eaten fried rabbit?
Yep.
Okay. Grandpa and Grandma didn't tell us for a long, long time that we were eating fried rabbit on Sundays. And then one day, Granddaddy said, go out here to the pen and I'll show you the rabbits. And we go out there, and I said, oh, how cool is that? And he said, yeah. He said, this will be next Sunday dinner. And I'm going, what? You talk about a city kid that got their heart broke. I was like, I said, you're not going to eat that. He said, yeah, you
I
just
used to
had
freak
his
out
brother.
when it come hog killing day. The hog would be there, and I'd be, oh, gonna kill it. You know?
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But that's how you live. You sustain
That's
your
how we
family.
lived back then.
Yeah, yeah. Now, that's part of why we do what we do. We love bringing back those old times. We love those old, that percolator sitting right over here offset is from the 1920s. And I guarantee you, your grandma had one just like it sitting on an old wood cook stove.
Absolutely.
You know, that's what it's about. Those ladies that you're remembering and that you're loving those memories of, they grew up hard and tough.
Yeah, boy. I got Grandma's old iron kettle. It's got a wire handle on it, and it sits around. That's what they, excuse me, what her and Grandpa used to make coffee in, which I never tried.
Yeah. You've never drunk coffee?
Never.
You know, I don't know that I'm going to invite him back because I have about 3 cups of coffee every morning before I start this show.
Can't be having this bunch in here that don't drink coffee.
He doesn't drink coffee. He doesn't drink beer. He doesn't drink wine. He's never done drugs. It just blows my mind.
I got up this morning and drank a big old glass of water.
Water, yeah.
Straight
yeah,
down.
Yeah. You know how
Just
you
do
say,
it. Just drink it. You need it in you. Get it in there.
people say, I'm getting a headache. I hadn't had any caffeine. When's the last time?
I don't get that. I don't get that.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Well, we're going to leave you. Y'all just pick some pictures that you can play, and we want to do the instrumental of Mountain Life. I think that it will help you get your day started with a positive attitude. It'll get your day started with just feeling good. It's cold outside. You may have to go out and haul in some firewood. You may have to go over there and say, why'd you let the fire go out when you should have kept it going? It's cold, it's winter, but you know what? Spring is coming, and when spring comes, there'll be poke salad picking, there'll be the dandelion viewing. Everybody loves those yellow March flowers.
Can I tell one?
You can. You can.
Way back in the day, I remember one real good memory is it'd be cold in the house. You know, the fire would go out at night. And I can remember Daddy being in there at 5 o'clock in the morning, 4:30, something like that, and he'd get the fire going in the heater. And I can hear him slamming that old lid back and forth, sliding it and slamming it back over. And after a while, that fire would start, and it would rumble. Boy, it would huff and puff. And then came the Mull Singing Convention.
Wow.
With the world-famous Chuckwagon Gang.
That's right.
And I'd lay back there and listen to the Chuckwagon Gang, waiting for things to warm up in that place.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Did you sleep under a bunch of heavy quilts?
Yes.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. It was either that or freeze to death.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But those are favorite memories of mine, I tell you. That's good.
Good memories.
Good stuff. Good
memories. When you lived at Free Home, was that a house that was like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had wood heat and yeah.
And those are the memories. That's what it's about. And you remember and you recall, but you don't write down. And I'm going to tell you, like I tell everybody else, write down these stories. Type them up.
Should
save
do that.
them.
I know, really
yeah,
should.
Yeah. Because when you're dead and gone, nobody's going to have the memories you have.
I know, and most importantly, we should probably write down stories that Daddy told.
Yes, yes.
You know, because that'll be gone.
Yes.
You know.
Absolutely, absolutely. So those are those times. Yeah. This is the time of year when it's a rainy, dreary, miserable day. Sit down and document your family's history.
Hear the old door open and screeching, and go out and get wood off of the porch and bring it in, put it in the heater. Mm-hmm. After a while, boy, it'd just start huffing and puffing.
Yeah, and those are the memories.
And the side of it would turn red. It's time for little Dewey to get up now.
Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. What a sweet, sweet memory.
I know.
We're going to leave you now with something very special. It's just
This is
the
me on the
instrumental.
guitar instead of singing.
Yes, yes. Do you want to introduce it?
Yes. It's called The Mountain Life instrumental version. Now we left the backup vocals in. We couldn't take Miss Astrid out of there. That wouldn't do. And I think it's a pretty good little arrangement. Let me know what you think. The Mountain Life instrumental version right here.